Hello, hello, hello. I am John Reckoning. And let me see here. Okay. Hopefully we'll get that up here. Let's see. So hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I do believe this will be my final official. This is my official final. And when I'm saying it, it's real, real. This is not a joke. This is happening. I'm going away. It's already done. It's already stamped. I've canceled my internet service. So that's what I'm saying. It's done. Right. So now there was different options of me leaving. Let me just tell you about leaving really quick. So what happened was, so I have my internet service. I have my internet and my television and my phone is all with the same company, right? And so I was paying, like with my last bill, it was like $160 a month for the three of those services, and then so then I got my new bill, and it went up to $210, right? So I called the people. I knew that if I called them and threatened to cancel, I knew I could get some form of a discount, right? But then once I started thinking about it, because they did that, it caused me. It's one of those things. It's like, well, now I'm thinking about it. Do I need this stuff, right? And so it's like, okay, well, the internet. It's like, well, I can't make videos right now. My camera, my computer. I was using my video camera and I would shoot the screen, but when I start for the last 4 months, whatever it's been, my stupid computer had done some new update, and when I tried loading in my videos, it just wasn't working. It's just some stupid shit. It's kind of shit that just pisses me off. And this is how I talk about, like, when I ask people for help and stuff. It's like, you don't know. I'm not in this modern world, and things are collapsing. I mean, there's 1,000 things that go wrong, and as soon as one of them goes wrong, that's it. I'm done. I've got so many problems, and I try to tell people, look at, I got all kinds of fucking problems, things I'm not going to be able to adjust to. When this goes bad, it's going to shut me down. This goes bad, I'm down. I'm done. I'm done. All these things, right? And I try and tell people, look at, this is the information, the research of what I'm doing. These are the stories. I need help. This is one of the most disgusting things of my experience. I have literally asked people for help and they fucking do nothing, right? What fucking losers. When you actually say, hey, can you help me with this? And it's not like I'm asking somebody to do something that doesn't completely fit with their program of their fucking of their fucking show and their community of which they're in, and they do nothing. And not only do they not do anything, they block me. And I've been blocked all in communities. It's like whole communities block me. And it's like, dude, I just fucking, okay, it's just a fucking, you can only take so much of this shit, right? So I couldn't be loading videos. I've been having to make these cheap videos and shit just to do stuff, which is so low quality. It's bugging the fuck out of me, right? So then, like I said, my bill thing came up, and so then I started thinking, well, do I need this shit? I started thinking, well, what do I need? And it's like, well, the new bill comes right at the end of football season. It's like, well, I don't need TV at least for until September, until football starts again. It's like, well, I don't need TV. I can live without TV, because really football is the only thing that I really, really, really really want to watch and shit, right? But now I've even thought of ways where I don't even need to watch the games anymore, because you can go to in YouTube, they have the NFL channel, and on after the games are over, they always play like a 10-minute highlight version of the game. And it's like, well, instead of watching the game, if you want, you could just go. All I would need to do, because I know football so well and shit, right? I could just watch the 10-minute highlight version, and then I could go to like ESPN, and I could check the box scores just so I know the players. I see who's getting the catches, who's getting the carries, who's putting up the stats. I know the game just by looking at that. I'm going to know everything I need to know, right? Plus the sports, the betting lines and the betting trends. I really, really understand how to read the numbers and stuff, and I understand the psychology of the number and the society and stuff. And so I was like, I started thinking about it. So I can gamble on football without even having. I don't need to watch TV anymore. If I have just some kind of access to YouTube, which is what I'm thinking of, a cell phone will give me that access, because I don't have a cell phone right now. I don't have a smartphone. I've kind of been wanting to learn how to use a smartphone. So So when they raised my bill, I started thinking, well, what do I actually need? And it's like, okay, well, the TV. It's like, well, I don't need the TV anymore because football season's over. So I sure as hell don't need it for at least 6 months, right? I sure don't need it for 6 months. And then it's like the internet. It's like, well, the internet, I just kind of troll around and search around and I'll watch some videos. There's some things I like about it and stuff. But in reality, I'm ostracized from all these communities and stuff, right? My investigation, my Michael Jackson stuff is I feel like I've completed it. It's done. My investigation is there's always more to do, but I'm extremely happy with the investigation. And I'm happy just to walk away and leave it. I'm done with that. I don't need to do anymore. And it's like it's one of those things. It's like if it's God's, it's up to God now. If God wants to do it, I played my role. I played my part. I did it. I've done much as I can. Now I can move on. If it's going to come out, it's going to come out somehow. I don't need to fucking participate in that shit no more, right? I'm not trying to be a big celebrity and trying to, I don't want to. I don't want all the attention, because I'm just gonna be like, fuck you to everybody and shit. And I don't want to go out into the fucking news screaming fuck you at everybody and shit. It's not the best look, right? That's one of the reasons why I like to scream and yell and stuff, right? But I know that's a bad look, and I don't want to be documented. Like when I make my live streams and I yell and stuff, people say, "Why don't you show your face?" It's like, dude, I'm not stupid. If you don't think that I don't know that yelling and going crazy and shit, that's not such a fucking good look and shit, right? I don't want to fucking have that as my fucking image throughout all of eternity. I don't mind my voice. I don't mind if you're hearing my voice and shit, but the actual image and stuff, because then I feel like that they own my image. That's the other thing is once you put your image out into the world, it's there forever and everybody gets to own it and shit. And I feel like they get to own a piece, but there's parts of that shit that bugs me and shit too, right? So, and then my home phone, I don't need my home phone whatsoever, except if I need to, like, for an emergency purposes, like if I need to get some kind of home repair or shit, or if I have to call, for emergency service for help for something. That's the only reason besides that, I don't have any friends I have family and shit. And I probably got friends out there, but technically I don't have any friends and family. Nobody calls me. I don't talk to anybody. Like the last time I've talked to somebody, it's like years. I haven't talked to anybody in years. So what the fuck do I need a phone for and shit, right? So in reality, fuck the phone too. Because actually what happens on the phone is I get called all day, fucking these robo calls trying to scam money out of me all day. They're always got these techniques. They're like, hello? Hello? Or they'll be like, there's a new one that said, hey, right? And there's one that they always used to call me and it would say, Joni? And it's like the way they do it, I think it's funny going through that experience of these robocalls and how they're trying to scam you. And I've seen all the ways of how they do it, trying to get you to pick up. This is one thing, if you people don't know about robocalls, instantly, when they call you and say, hi, I'm Teresa from the blah, 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 whatever, right? When they say who they are, that's instantly a scam, because a real call, if they're calling you, they instantly will say, hello, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. How are you today? They will instantly say your name before they say who they are. They will identify you before they'll identify themselves. But all the scammers never identify me. They always just identify who they are. And they try and act all official. They'll say, your account, somebody's using your account in fucking, what's that big fucking, see, I don't even use that stuff. I've never shopped in that, what's that place that the big one that's I don't even know the name of it. I could go find it shit. But the place where everybody shops on, it's like not Walmart, it's the big place that everybody shops on. I can't even think of the name of it shit because I've never shopped on there and shit, right? But then they'll call me and they'll be like, somebody's got access to your account and fucking they're spending, or they'll say like, oh, you got a problem with the FBI or something, you need to call us. But they always say you. They don't ever say your name and shit, right? So you always know that shit's, but it's like, boy, that's some tricky shit. You can see how people would fall for that shit and how they scam people. But so on my phone, it's like, that's all that happens all day. Literally every day I get at least a few calls, some robocalls trying to scam me. So those are the only people that call me. So I was like, well, I don't need a phone anymore and shit, right? So I called the guy, and I do think it was funny because when you call these people and you end up talking to some dude over in India, right? Because they're always like that now. You're talking to some dude over in India, which they speak really good English and shit, but they always got funny names. Like the guy that I just talked to, his name was Oliver and shit, right? But that's not his real fucking name and shit. But they're funny. So I called him. I told him, okay, I'm going to cancel. The bill's too high and shit. And then so he said, well, he looked up the deal of what he could give me. He said, well, I can give you a $25 discount for a year. And he said, and I can also give you a $20 discount for the next 3 months. And I was just like, dude, for the next 3 months, that's a problem. Now I've got to think instead of, I don't get to enjoy my service because every day of my service, I got to be thinking about in 3 months, this is going to end. And I got to go through this process again, right? So I felt really glad I stood up and I said, cancel that fucking shit. No, I don't know. Cancel it, right? And so I canceled it. I've got my cancel orders in. I've got like 2 weeks left of my service and shit, right? Because that's the current bill of where I'm in. There's like 2 more weeks, so I'll complete the current bill of where I'm at, and then that's it. I'm going to cancel my service and shit, right? And then so I'm going to cancel my service, and then that day I'll go look to buy a cell phone, smartphone thing, right? Which, but I don't plan on like being back in YouTube, but I can use that to go into YouTube to watch videos, I guess. Like I've never used one or whatever, but I'll have that thing, right? So I can use it for certain little things and shit, right? So, and then I have my television, and I've got a DVD player, and I have some DVDs and shit around. I have some old DVDs, stuff that I have and stuff that, so it's like, well, I mean, I can keep something on the television, you know, I can play some stuff just to have the noise there and stuff, right? To make it like that. And then the thing is, I play the radio all day now. It's like the thing that I do is like, see, because I used to use with my father and stuff, that because I take care of my dad and stuff and their stuff, and I used to use the TV in his room for entertainment, but then I would also use his TV in his room. I would use as a night light. That was the thing where I would always want light and have some sound in his room. But he doesn't really watch the TV or paint shit. That I don't need that anymore, because what I've been doing for a while now is I play the radio. So in my house is like the radio plays all day long, all day and all night. I've been doing that for a while. So I play the radio all the time, and that's free. The radio's free. So I already have the radio playing at all times. So that's like even when I'm in my room and the TV's on, that usually the volume's down and shit, right? Because I'm either usually watching YouTube videos or I'm listening to the radio. So I'm really never even watching the TV and shit, right? So the TV never even gets watched and shit. You know, I have like 4 TVs in my room. So that's like all the 4 boxes. You got to pay charges for that. And the remotes, they charge you rental fees for all that shit. That's all the shit. It's like, fuck all that shit. Fuck it. I'm fucking done with that fucking shit. I'm canceling that shit. Get rid of it. Because I'm actually thinking, like, yeah, get rid of it. And I might not ever need it again. I might not ever even go back to that shit, right? Plus, it'll keep me more active instead of sitting around watching this stuff or whatever. I'll have to do more stuff, which will keep me focused more on cleaning my house, doing home repairs, and taking care of business and shit, right? Because, you know, plus spring's coming up. So I'm going to be doing a lot of yard work and shit's going to be coming up, and, you know, I'm going to do all that stuff. So there's always stuff, and there's other home repair stuff that I could do. There's always stuff to do. The other things that I could do, I keep myself busy. Plus I have the radio. Plus I have my TV. If I want to watch some movies, some DVDs, I have some cool stuff, or else I can go buy. I could probably go to the pawn shop. I would think that DVDs at pawn shops are probably like $1 a piece. It's like, shit, well, I'll just go to the pawn shop and buy a fucking 100 movies, you know? I'd rather buy 100 movies than to go pay $200 for my fucking bills when then I got nothing for my internet service, you know? It's like, well, I'll just go buy 100 DVDs and I'll be loaded with movies to watch, for, you know? I'll be all good and shit, right? So that's what I've thought about. It's like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm canceling it. So I've canceled my internet. It's done. There's no turning back. It's canceled. I don't give a fuck if they call me and say, you will set you up for, if they did it for $50, I'd probably stay with them, but they're not going to lower it to that price and shit, right? But so it's like, because then, so instead of paying them $200, you know, it's like, well, shit, I can take that money. I'll get a cell phone, which would probably pay me like $30 a month. I'll probably have to pay a fee on that. And it's like, well, shit, then I could take that extra money and go buy weed with it, right? I'll have extra weed money and shit. So it's like, well, fuck, then I got extra weed money if I want to, which also helps get me through the day and shit. I'll be having extra weed money and shit, right? So I've thought about it, and it's like, fuck all that shit. So I'm out. I'm definitely gone. So like what I'm saying, this is my last video. So I wanted to just clarify this because what happened, something happened today. This just happened. I saw that there's a video, and it's from Topps. This is from Topps. The Topps trading cards, right? Which Topps, that's Fanatics then and shit, right? So it's like this video right here is called A Museum Inside of a Card Store, Topps House of Hobby. That's the name of this video. So I saw it and they were talking about Jimmy. And I was like, well, shit, I still have a problem with Jimmy because there's no doubt about it. I proved 100% that Jimmy touches children and tries to entice children to be in his friends by giving them presents around these collectibles things, right? And I'm like, this is bad. This is exactly what we do not want in the sports card community, is some kind of sexual child molester predator that's using the enticement of the attractiveness of the collectibles community and all of that stuff. We sure as hell don't want people like that using their placement because he's rich and shit, right? He's rich and all this stuff. We don't want people like this having access to children who are looking to possibly molest them or you abuse them in other ways. We don't, that's not acceptable. Because there's the thing is like, to me, it's like, dude, I would never put my hand on a kid and rub that kid. No, unless it was like my kid, then maybe that would be a different story. When you talk about your kids, there's all kinds of different things that you could do with your own kid that you should never, ever, ever do with other kids and shit, right? So, like the one video where I saw Jimmy putting his hands all over that kid and organizing, and he was setting up an organization with the kid where he was organizing the kid to recruit other children to come in, and Jimmy would give them free cards and shit, right? It was a group that Jimmy was trying to get the kid to orchestrate to bring in other kids. And he's got his hands all over the fucking kid, right? And I'm like, that is not acceptable by any means. No way. And that goofy fucking smile, to me, it's like, dude, that is like the clearest sign of a pedophile that there's something mentally wrong. This guy's either mentally fucking got some kind of mental fucking disorder or he's a fucking child molester and shit, right? Something's wrong with this motherfucker because there's the other thing. He talks so much about kids and all the kids, and he has a wife. Now, I understand. Just because somebody's married, that doesn't mean you can have a kid. There could be physical things that hinder your ability from having children. But if you're this kind of person, if you're Jimmy, and if there's some kind of thing wrong with your family where you can't physically have a child between you or your wife, why are you not adopting children? Why don't you have any adopted children? You should have like 10 fucking, you're rich. You're in this kind of community. He used to be a principal of a school, so he should know about education. He does, I don't know if it's like volunteer work that he does with like these children that are like abused children and stuff. And he does like social work with them. And it's like, dude, if you're in that kind of environment, why don't you have your own fucking children? If you like children so much, and if you care for children so much, and you have so much to offer the world of these children to give them better lives, and you say you care so much, why are there no children in your fucking house? But here you are offering up fucking cards and free presents to these other children, trying to get other children to come have access to you as you give them free presents while you're putting your fucking hands all fucking over them. That is 100% not fucking acceptable. And this dude is being promoted by tops and fanatics by the top of the food chain motherfuckers, which means those motherfuckers are promoting pedophile behavior in the sports card community too. Right? So one of the things that has happened is I've been constantly attacked from people like this, like Jimmy, and the great curator has attacked my page and tried to get my page removed and has put strikes on my page. Card Collector 2 has reported my page and tried to get my videos removed. Justin Gambles reported my page and tried to put strikes on my page. That sports card therapist put a strike on my page, reported my page. All these, I had to deal with this with all these motherfuckers, right? So when I get to like 2 strikes, boom, that's it. I pull my shit down, and I even delete a lot of fucking, there's certain videos that I delete. I don't know what to do, because it's like, well, I only get the 3rd strike and I have to get everything removed. But you go through that process of time and those strikes go away and shit, right? So right now my page has 0 strikes on it, right? It has 0 strikes, plus the videos that are all there have already dealt with the battle of this shit. They've already had to be dealt with these people reporting them, and my videos have stood up. YouTube has defended me. And a lot, like you'll see a lot of my videos, they'll say there'll be like an age restriction. And it's like, yeah, that's because those people attacked me, but YouTube defended me to my video was valid and it deserved to stay, but they just put an age restriction on it. It's like, okay, and shit, okay, that's fine. Right, so, but my page now doesn't have any strikes and I'm going away and shit, right? So I feel that my page is fine to sit here and stuff. So I was thinking I was going to just leave it the way it was, or I wasn't going to bring the videos back. But then I saw this video today, this one where they're promoting Jimmy, and I was like, no, I'm putting my shit back up. I put back my investigation into Jimmy being a pedophile, so I put back almost all the videos. There's some videos I didn't put up because I don't remember everything in the videos. I'd have to go back and watch them. So there's some that I'm not sure about, but most of the investigation of what I was doing with Jimmy, I tried to put that back up. I put up my investigation into the Logan Paul Prime Drink Company fake Pokemon case scam. my investigation into that and all the people that are involved in that, which is the same kind of people that are involved with promoting Jimmy and stuff. Same shit. And I showed how it's like the Good Old Boy Network and how they're all in charge. And it even goes to the point now where it goes to Sports Card Radio is on the Golden payroll. And if Golden is involved with like Jeff Wilson, like, because I also put back my investigation into Jeff Wilson being a Freemason and his placement into this community being orchestrated through the Freemasonry connections of who he's actually aligned with and their control of how they're trying to control these people and the population and mind control over the children and have access to them and shit, right? Which I think that that's how Jeff Wilson got into the community. I don't believe his origins into the sports card community came naturally. I believe he was placed into the community through his connections to the Freemasons who wanted access to the fucking sports card community and children and stuff like that. I believe that that's how that all originated, right? So I put back my investigation into Jeff Wilson being a Freemason. I put my investigation back on Jimmy. I put my investigation back on the Prime Drink Company. Plus, I put up a bunch of other videos where I show you like Sports Card Radio has sold out to Golden auction, that they're frauds, that they can't really be trusted because they're for sale. You can't ever trust some fucking dumb hooker bitch. I mean, if there's a bitch that's a hooker, you really gonna make her your wife and think that you're ever gonna have some loyalty there and shit? She's a fucking hooker. So that's what Sports Card Radio has shown themselves to be. And now, once again, like I said, even Sports Card Radio blocked me. This is the kind of world of where we live in and stuff. It's like, dude, how the fuck, who was the bad, crazy, hardcore motherfucker who got Sports Card Radio to block him? Me, that was me. That was me. I'm the crazy motherfucker that even Sports Card Radio couldn't handle what the fuck I was doing. They blocked my ass. Because as soon as I hit them with the hard reality and the truth, boom, blocked me. Because they knew that they were trying to get this payday from fucking King Golden and shit, right? That there's something else that's going on there and shit, right? And they're all hooked up together. It's like, dude, Ken Golden and fucking Jeff Wilson are all hooked in together and shit, right? So it's like, really, the Sports Card Radio really promoted Jeff Wilson. They act like they're fucking going after him. They're not. Every day, it's even that song, the Jeff Wilson, you ruin the hobby I love. But it doesn't matter because all you're doing is, it's advertised. Like I said, there is no bad publicity because the fact of the matter is you're making Jeff Wilson's name relevant and prominent in the community and shit, right? Jeff Wilson, you guys keep saying Jeff Wilson, but do you ever hear any of these motherfuckers say, hey, that fucking John fucking got this story about Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, a real fucking investigation that could actually help you invest in quality fucking collectibles that are undervalued. You ever hear any of them ever, any of them? Now when you talk AI Sports, Dan the Card Man, they're all fake. You goddamn fucking Sports Card Dad, what a bunch of frauds, man. No talent. They got no fucking talent. They're not talented. They're not entertaining. They suck. Sports Card Radio at least has some entertainment value and shit, right? So people let them slide because of that shit, right? But in the reality, once they took the deal from Ken Golden, it's like, dude, well, you're frauds. And let's make it clear. That's fine. If you want to fucking post to the community, and we're talking, because everything about Sports Card Radio, it's all about like full disclosure and transparency with the community and shit, right? Sports Card Radio attacks every single person, everybody else. They attack everybody under the false pretext that it's fucking supposed to be open and honest fucking community. But Sports Card Radio fully was doing a full-on attack against Ken Golden, a full attack. Next thing you know, they bend over, take it up the ass, they take an endorsement deal. Now they're doing a 2-hour-long fucking paid promotion commercial for Golden fucking auctions, because we know that that's what happened, because it aligned just as the time where Golden Auctions was going to do his fucking TV show, and then on the night that the TV show is gonna fucking premiere, who appears on fucking Sports Card Radio live stream? Oh, it's Big Daddy Ken Golden. And all these stupid motherfuckers in the sports card community, you don't say anything to them about it. And I'm the only motherfucker who ever does anything. And I got sick of it. It's like, God, I'm fucking doing all the real investigations in here, telling you exactly what the fuck is going on. You motherfuckers sit with your thumbs up your fucking asses. You do nothing. And you wonder why the scams are happening? Because you guys are so easily fucking scammable. You're fake fraud, stupid motherfuckers. You don't deal with any fucking form of reality. You let this piece of shit in your community put his hands all over fucking kids. You do nothing. So fuck this community. Fuck all you. How many times did I tell you? I'm the fucking God here. I am the fucking eternal judge of your fucking pathetic souls, and I place judgment upon you. You are failures. You're fucking losers. I condemn your fucking soul to fucking eternal hell. Motherfuckers. You fucking loser, no talent, piece of shit motherfuckers. Brain dead fucking slaves. You're all a bunch of fucking slaves. So, just want to make this clear, my official exit from the community. And so, like I said, so I put the videos back up because of this fucking video of Tops. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm putting my shit back up. My investigation is going to stay now forever and shit. And I'm not going to have anything to do with it because I won't even be around here and shit to be fucking with my channel and shit. That's it. What's there is there. It's going to stay forever and shit, right? So all my investigation shit, I put that shit back up. I put my videos back up, and I will exit this community, and I'll leave behind the fucking remnants of my fucking experience here and what the fuck I did. And it's just fuck all you losers. Fuck all you motherfuckers. You fuckers trying to be my friends and shit. That's why I come out and say, fuck you. Don't be trying to be my friends. Don't be trying to act like you like me and you won't fucking talk about my fucking Michael Jackson story. Go fuck yourself. I can't stand stupid motherfuckers who can't understand what the real story is. The best investigation that's ever been done around here. The only quality voice that's fucking speaking his mind and shit. Motherfuckers don't back me up. You don't support me. Fuck you. I will walk away from you fucking just like Sodom and Gomorrah, and I will not fucking look back while you're all burning to the fucking ground. I will move on from you motherfuckers. Goodbye. Right? So, just wanted to make this clear about what's going on with me, what the fucking, why it's happening, what's going on, total fucking trying to be as transparent as I can and shit. This is what's going on. This is my fucking experience in the sports car community, and this is definitely the fucking end of it, right? I've put it into it. I've canceled my service. I'm fucking gone. I definitely ain't fucking coming in here trying to do all this shit on a goddamn fucking smartphone and shit, right? That'll be just for emergency purposes. I won't even use it that much. I'm fucking, it's bull. I'll be gone. That's it. I'm leaving. Fucking moving on past you stupid motherfuckers, right? Same with my Michael Jackson story. It's there. I don't need to do anymore. If fucking God wants it to fucking be exposed and God wants to use that to fight the fucking good fight, then you do it, motherfucker. I've done enough. There's a point in your life where you say, I've done enough. I don't need to do any fucking more. It's up to you motherfuckers now. Okay, so that's it. I'm out. It was interesting fucking journey and shit, right? But it is fucking over. Goodbye, y'all. See ya.